12 Rules for Life discusses discipline, responsibility, freedom, and adventure. Peterson distills the world's wisdom into 12 wide ranging essays based on ancient tradition and groundbreaking scientific research. Peterson argues to keep our lives in perfect balance, we must tackle the unavoidable chaos with order, and search for meaning is the best way to find order. Rule number 1: stand up straight with your shoulders back. If your posture is poor, for example, if you slump, shoulders forward and rounded, chest tucked in, head down, looking small, defeated, and ineffectual, then you will feel small, defeated, and unsuccessful. The reactions of others will amplify that too. People always evaluate each other. If you present yourself as defeated, then people will react to you like someone is losing. Then, if you start to straighten up, then people will look at and treat you differently. Standing up straight with your shoulders back is not only physically, it's mean voluntarily accepting the burden of being. Your nervous system responds in an entirely different manner when you face the demands of life voluntarily. You step forward to take your place in the dominance hierarchy and occupy your territory. It's to accept the responsibility of life with eyes wide open. It means accepting the end of the unconscious paradise of childhood. It means willingly undertaking the sacrifice necessary to generate a productive and meaningful reality. So, speak your mind, put your desire forward as if you had a right to them. Encourage the serotonin to flow plentifully through the neural pathways. Rule number 2: treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. This rule focuses on self-care and self-responsibility. It claims that people often care for others more effectively than they care for themselves, but everyone should prioritize his or her well-being, making choices that benefits their mental, emotional, and physical health. This mindset encourages personal growth and resilience by adopting habits and behaviors that contribute positively to one's own life. Rule number 3: make friends with people who want the best for you. This rule emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with supportive and positive influences. Building relationships with individuals who genuinely care about your well-being. They provide encouragement, guidance, and emotional support. These relationships help foster personal growth as positive influences can inspire and motivate you to achieve your goal and navigate life challenges. Don't think that it's easier to surround yourself with good, healthy people rather than bad, unhealthy people. It is not. A good, healthy person is an ideal. It requires strength and daring to stand up near such a person. Have some humility and courage. Use your judgment and make friends with people who want the best for you. Rule number 4: compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Find your being and avoid comparing yourself to others. These people that you are comparing yourself to, you don't really know. The ideal that you are observing that makes you jealous and resentful is in large part an illusion that created by your mind. You are quite different from other people and you should not be comparing yourself to them because they are not like you. They don't have your family. They don't have your character. They don't have your troubles. They don't have your abilities. The only person that has those is you. And that is why you should compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. This is the game you can win because you could be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. Our brain will release serotonin upon noticing a level is higher than others. When we have serotonin in our blood, we feel good and confident. But our brain restricts serotonin when someone threatens our status in society and makes us look incompetent. So we will start doubting ourselves and experience a low sense of self-worth. We are now connected to billions of people online. This means it doesn't take long for our brain to notice how we compare ourselves to other people. We are exposed to so many better people in first view, but we should not lose hope and not let our life slip into chaos. There is an idea that when you feel uncomfortable for comparing yourself with a desire, ask yourself three questions. What is it that is bothering me? Is that something I could fix? Would I actually be willing to fix it? If your answer is no to any or all of the questions, then look elsewhere, aim lower, search until you find something that bothers you, that you could fix, that you would fix, and then fix it. That might be enough for the day. Rule number 5: do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. It's essential for parents to set reasonable limits and rules for their children's behavior. By doing so, parents can teach their children about respect, responsibility, and appropriate conduct. Parents should not allow their children to develop habits or behaviors that are likely to cause problems or make them unlikable in the future. This doesn't mean being overly controlling, but rather guiding children away from behaviors that would potentially lead to negative consequences. It's crucial to express love and care for children while also providing them with guidance and structure. Overall, this rule emphasizes the responsibility parents have in guiding their children toward behaviors that are conducive to positive relationships, personal growth, and a fulfilling life. Rule number 6: set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. Before you complain about the world or your situation, you need to clean up your life and see, have you taken full advantage of the opportunities offered to you? Are you truly shouldering your responsibilities about your health, finance, and so on? Are you working hard on your career, or are you letting bitterness and resentment hold you back and drag you down? Have you made peace with your brother and treating your family with dignity and respect? If the answer is no, start today to stop doing what you know is wrong. You can know that something is wrong or right without knowing why. We all contain wisdom that we cannot comprehend. So try to stop saying those things that make you weak and ashamed. Say only those things that make you strong. Do only those things that you could speak of with honor. Rule number 7: pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. This rule encourages us to choose honesty over convenience. It reminds us to evaluate our choices and actions in terms of long-term significance rather than short-term convenience. Short-term gains can lead to long-term losses and vice versa. By investing time and effort into endeavors that align with personal values and contribute to a sense of purpose, individuals can experience a deeper and more meaningful life satisfaction. Rule number 8: tell the truth, or at least don't lie. The main idea is that we must embrace and accept reality as it is, not as we wish or desire it to be. First, the importance of truth in communication. Being honest builds trust and respect in relationships. Second, being true to yourself. It's not only about telling the truth to others, but also being honest with yourself. Living truthfully means aligning your actions with your values and being honest about your thoughts and feelings. Third, dealing with ethical dilemmas. Sometimes situations may not allow you to share everything, but it's crucial to avoid deliberately lying. It's about handling situations with care and honesty without deceiving others. Rule number 9: assume the person you are listening to might know something you don't. This rule highlights the importance of approaching conversation with an open mind, respecting others' perspectives, and being willing to learn from diverse viewpoints, ultimately fostering respectful and enriching dialogue. Rule number 10: be precise in your speech. If you wake up in pain, possibly from one of a diverse number of diseases, and refuse to tell your doctor about your pain, then what you have is unspecified. It could be any of those diseases, but if you talk to your doctor, can be fixed fast, hopefully. Then you can laugh at your previous fears, and even if something really is wrong, well, you are prepared. What you hear in the forest but cannot see might be a tiger. It might even be a conspiracy of tigers, each hungrier and more vicious than the other. But it might not be two. If you turn and look, perhaps you will see that it's just a squirrel. Something is out there in the woods, you know that with certainty, but often it's only a squirrel. So don't refuse to look. You have to consciously define the topic of a conversation, particularly when it's difficult, or it becomes about everything, and everything is too much. This is so frequently why couples cease communicating. Every argument degenerates into every problem that ever emerged in the past, every problem that exists now, and every terrible thing that is likely to happen in the future. No one can have a discussion about everything. Instead, you can say this exact precise thing. That is what is making me unhappy. That is what I want as an alternative. That is what you could deliver, so that I will stop making your life and mine miserable. But to do that, you have to think, what is wrong exactly? What do I want exactly? You must speak forthrightly. You must use honest, precise speech. If instead you shrink away and hide, what you are hiding from will transform itself into a giant dragon that lurks under your bed and in your forest and in the dark recess of your mind, and it will devour you and your relationship. If you don't know where you are precisely, then you could be anywhere. Anywhere is too many places to be, and some of those places are very bad. You cannot get from point A to point B unless you are already at point A, and if you are just anywhere, the chances you are at point A are very small indeed. You must determine where you are going in your life, because you cannot get there unless you move in that direction. So say what you mean so that you can find out what you mean. Act out what you say so you can find out what happened. Then pay attention, note your errors, articulate them, strive to correct them. That is how you discover the meaning of your life. Rule number 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. This rule emphasizes the importance of allowing children to engage in activities that involve risk and exploration without unnecessary interference or overprotection. Allowing room for exploration and learning through trial and error contribute to personal growth, resilience, and the development of valuable skills. While allowing children to take risks is essential for their growth, it doesn't mean disregarding safety entirely. It's about finding a balance between allowing exploration and ensuring reasonable precaution to keep children safe without stifling their curiosity and growth. Rule number 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. When you are facing about tragedy or pain, like the pain of caring for someone you love, and you feel powerless to face that, then you have to keep your eyes open for spotting redemptive moments, small joys. Look for small uplifting moments like petting a cat even in tragic or powerless situations. This is seizing positive opportunities. Embrace these moments as they appear, offering brief but significant respite during tough times. When facing extreme challenges, focus on smaller time frames, like the next minute, hour, or day, to manage difficulties effectively. You shrink the time until you can handle it. Finally, finding meaning and comfort. This rule reminds us to seek what is meaningful and soul-sustaining, even when you are where you would rather not be.